the question a lot of people are asking is, should I wait or should I invest? Now, to some extent, you've already answered that because people were asking you when it was $10. But what are your thoughts on A, a market correction, and B, whether people should participate or wait, or what do you suggest? And again, this is not financial advice; it's just based on your opinion.
I'm not a day trader, even though I have friends who have this fascinating capacity of reading self-fulfilling superstitions out of squiggly lines on screens that other people similar to them interpret in similar ways. And so I don't know where Bitcoin will be in tomorrow or in a week, maybe even a month. But I believe that Bitcoin and blockchain in general will be more and more valuable. More and more people will learn about them, use them on a daily basis in various applications, maybe even without realizing. Just like a lot of people don't know how the internet works, but they still use WhatsApp and email and Facebook. So is there going to be some kind of correction? Well, there has already been a big correction, right? For a brief amount of time in December, Bitcoin was $20,000, and now it is half that amount. And there have been similar corrections in the past. That is an interesting feature of exponential change, that if you zoom out, or rather, if you look at the largest possible view, that, from 2008 to 2018, actually Bitcoin didn't have a price for some time, so you cannot go to 2008. Whatever it is, you will see a given kind of squiggly growth. But if you then zoom in and you look at what was happening, when Mt. Gox failed and a given amount of money disappeared, $400 million or something like that at the time, at the failure of the then dominating exchange. Well, you look at what happened then, and it is a similar graph that you see. So next time when Bitcoin is at $100,000, yeah, maybe it will come back down to 50,000, right? But the people who bought in at 10,000 will and have steely nerves, so that they don't panic and they say, okay, it does whatever it does, and I am still, rather than 10 times up, I am 5 times up. When it is 50,000 and it goes through a trough, they will say, okay, now it is increasing again. So I think that down from 20,000 to 10,000 now, we are actually at a place where I am happy to buy, and if it goes down again, I just buy more.
It's interesting, David. I found this yesterday. It was actually in that article I just shared, and it's amazing. It says, wise people are buying at 0.1, then the market's rising, people are panicking, they're selling, and wise people are buying again over here. And my point being is that it's really fascinating, again, that hype cycle. And also something I literally read in the last 6 months is that if you look statistically, Bitcoin has often lost at least 50% of its value, and then it recovers, and the next time it rises, it goes higher than the previous time, in terms of where it is. So it's interesting, the cycles. I haven't been in, but I wish I could tell you I'd been in Bitcoin for years and years and years, but just even in the last year or so, that's really been true to form in terms of what hasn't actually happened. I mean, even now, you said it's gone from 20 back to 10, and it sort of hovered around 10. And it'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. We were on a webinar last night with a guy that does, he basically takes sentiment forecasts, and I've worked with him for more than 10 years, and he's unbelievably accurate when it comes to predictions. And he reckons that it's going to rise somewhere to closer to $40,000 or $50,000, and then there's going to be a massive correction. So it's just interesting, his take on the charts, which sort of brings me pretty well through to